your journey with what you're doing and what God has planned for you. Hello, everyone. It's Intentional Tuesdays. I am excited to be here, and I'm glad that you are too. I am going to get this thing started. Let me make sure that everything is going. Look, I want to talk to you about what it looks like when I first meet my clients. Now, let me get this going. And when I say what it looks like, I mean, starting from where you are right now, the way that your mind works and what you think you can have and what you think is the end picture, the end game for what it is that you are living your life to do. Most of us think that the things that we're doing right now, that's it. That's as big as it gets and it's not going to change. That's so not true. That is so not true. Let me see. Okay. All right. That's all right. Good. That is not true. Not at all. When I first meet my clients, they think that, all right, so I'm the CEO of such and such. This is mine. This is what I do. And this is who I am. Or they think, this is my business. It's mine. This is who I am because this is what I have. Or they think, this is where I work. I work for such and such. So this is who I am. And they really, all three of those different type of clients, they think this is it. This is who I am. This is my purpose. This is what I was created to do. Sometimes now on the latter end, some people think that excuse me, this is what I'm doing. So this is who I am. And this is what I was created for. Or they think, I don't know what I'm created for, but this is what I'm doing. So this is what it is. And that's all I'm going to get. That is so not true. And it's so just limiting. I want you to go further than that. I want you to see yourself further than that. I want to see yourself doing more. Even when you think that you are established, that's not it. You think that's the end of the road for you? Not at all. Not at all. Now, for you guys who the first time, welcome. Thank you. I'm so glad that you came and joined us. And for everyone else, if you've been here before, you already know what it is. This is Intentional Tuesdays where professionals and entrepreneurs come for a weekly refresher to reset their intentions, to realign their spirits, my allergies is bothering me, their spirits and what it is that they're doing. Okay, so that they live and lead authentically in their purpose, not wasting time using simple strategies and spiritual values. We're going to keep this real simple and holistic, right? We do this every week. So I'm glad that you are here to join me, and I see you next week as well. Now, today's intention, we are going to talk about going further. Let me pull this over here. Going further than you imagined. What does that look like? What does that mean to you? Like I said, most people think that this is just an idea, that is just their imagination. It's not realistic. That doesn't mean anything. Whatever they see inside their mind has nothing to do with what God's plans are for them. Now, yes, your mind can trick you into believing some stuff is true. That's not. But I promise you, a lot of the thoughts and the things that you see for yourself or that you want for yourself, you are supposed to have and get. But you may not know exactly what it means. You may not know what the combination is, why you have these thoughts, why there's certain things that you can't let go. But there's a reason to that. There's a reason why you're attracted to it. There's a reason why you can't stop thinking about it. There's a reason why it makes you feel a certain way, why it pulls on your heartstrings, there's a reason for that. It's not just you just creative or you're bored and it's just your imagination. That's not the case. All right. It's not the case. That's not all it is. Let me get this because this is like really, there we go. Because I can't even see my arms. I'm over here moving. You can't even see it. But that's not what it means. You want to go deeper into what you see for yourself. Because if you allow yourself to think that that's it, then that's kind of why it's not moving forward. That's kind of why you stuck just a little bit. But go further than what you see. Start thinking about what am I capable of? What's my own potential? Because you know yourself better than anybody else. You're supposed to. Think about all the things that you know how to do, the things that you want to learn how to do. What does that look like if you actually do them? What does that entail if you actually learn or strengthen that skill? And what does it look like for you? Go deeper. What in your environment do you want to see? What do you feel like is important? What do you think you need? And what can you do right now to make that happen? Is your environment, you think you want it, like what can you do right now that's going to bring it into reality for you? Because we keep thinking that eventually it's going to come or maybe one day. What's wrong with today? What's wrong with today? Why can't you do that and have that and see that and enjoy that today? I'm listening. I'm listening. But really, start imagining your life without limits, without restraints, no time limit, no time frames. Just start thinking in the place of if can't nobody tell me nothing, what is it that I want to do? What do I want to be a part of? What do I want to create? What do I want to enjoy? Get selfish with them thoughts, like bring them out to the forefront. Don't let anybody else or yourself keep putting them in the back and pushing them where you can't see them. You want to enjoy, this is your life. So you bring them things up. You give them permission to live. Give them permission to come into fruition, into life because you want it. I don't see what the problem is. I really don't. But that's what you want to start and do. So we're going to get you 3 different things to really, really focus so that you can bring this reality into life now. Your imagination has been restricted. It's been conditioned. And somebody told you that you couldn't have that, you was doing too much. No, you're not. You're not doing too much. And I'm sure if you're honest with yourself, you probably feel like you're not doing enough, even if you're really busy. Do you feel like you're doing enough to make sure that your dreams and your purpose is fulfilled? Probably not. I bet you life got you real busy. I'm sure your boss or your customers, your clients, they have you real busy. You checking off the task lists. You're making sure that you get your stuff done. You're being responsible, but are you doing what you really want to be doing with yourself? That's something that only you can answer. Only you can answer because it's your life. The first thing that you want to do, sort out the details. Allow your mind to just play. Like I said, we going back into the day, like when the imaginations were real strong when we were younger. Bring that back up, okay? Bring that childhood curiosity and imagination back up. But start sorting the details. You want to sort these details because you want to start really asking yourself those deep rooted questions. Why do I want that? Why is that attractive to me? Why do I feel like I need it? And why is it important? But you need to really actually do this intentionally. We need to do this on purpose. If you start looking backwards and your mind starts going and you're like, you know what? I always wanted to open up a playground in my neighborhood. Okay, make sure you take note of that. Write it down. Playground in the neighborhood. I always wanted to run my own business. Okay, write it down. My own business. I want to start a franchise. Write it down. I want to open up a business that goes across the world to other countries. Write it down. Whatever it is, write them down. Write it down. Start asking yourself, why do I want that? What do I want to do with that? Who do I want to do it for? Start bringing out the details with it. Because once you start doing that, this idea, this thought starts getting some weight. It starts becoming heavier. It starts to become an entity in itself. Now we're bringing this vision out. It's not just an idea. Let's see how far it can go. You want to do something with it, but you have to line your steps. So sort out the details. Next, find the resources to help you with creating what it is that you are now looking at. Do you need to go back to school? Do you need to do some research and Google and have a whole Google party all day long? Is that the case? Do you need to invite others into this vision? Do you need some help? Do you need some mentoring? Do you need some questions answered? Do you need other people's resources, so knowledge and experience? Start lining up what can help you to bring these things into life. Okay? You want to do that because one, you are already there. This is something that's still in your mind. So there may be some things that you just have not touched yet, that you just don't genuinely know what it looks like on the other side. And that's fine because that's how it's supposed to be when it's new and different. You haven't been here before, so let's get curious and see what is it that I need so that I can really, really look at this. Third, you want to make sure that you start making a plan. Once you know what you want to do, what you want for yourself, the things that you want to accomplish, now you've learned how to actually grab more of the resources and the actual things that you need. Like, okay, I got some questions. I need to find somebody to answer these questions. Like once you get more details going on and you know your next steps, organize them. Most of the goals that people do not reach is because they don't have a plan. They just know what they want. They just know what they don't want. And that's about as deep as it gets. What I want, what I don't want. And they don't take time to make a plan. You make a plan so that one, you can hold yourself accountable because this doesn't matter to anybody else but you. This is yours. This is your vision. This is your dream. So you have to hold yourself accountable. If you don't become the person that you want to see for yourself, then it's kind of your fault. I'm just saying you can't blame it on anybody else. There may have been situations that, yes, have held you back. I'm not saying that that's not a thing. There may have been people who was toxic and told you couldn't do it. At the end and the beginning of the day, it's up to you to either allow that to stop you or to push forward and go get it. You have to hold yourself accountable so that you know what's going on, what steps are being missed, what needs to be implemented, what has been done, what needs to happen, and to celebrate the things that have been accomplished, okay? You have to do that for yourself. So make a plan. It doesn't have to be like a thorough business plan. You know, you don't need 37 pages just trying to get this thing out your head. No, but start with what you have in front of you. Start where you are. The questions that you have right now, where you are. The place of not knowing what this looks like, but being curious enough and hopeful enough to implement change into your life. Stay right there. Start right there. If the next thing that you need to write to give yourself a plan is, you know what? I need to get organized, but I don't really know how I'm going to find time to do that. Plan to organize. It still counts. So you know what? I'm free on Wednesdays. The Wednesdays nights are not that bad. So I'm going to dedicate an hour to figuring out what I want to do next and what that looks like. That counts as a plan. It may look like the finished product. No, it's a process. It takes a little bit of time. But if you at least have planned that Wednesday, I'm going to have an hour to look at this paper that I just wrote on, to sort it out and organize it into more understandable thoughts, that counts, okay? So you made your first step. Look at what it is and match up the details. I need to do this ABC for this goal. If you might have just one thing on your mind. There may be just one thing on your heart that you really, really want to do for yourself and who you really want to be or who you really want to help. Great. Then guess what? You probably don't have that much homework. And then there's others like myself that will have multiple things that come in their mind and they really have to kind of sort through it. Can I do them all? Yes, no. Does it need to be more realistic? Am I going too far? Whatever that looks like for you. If you have multiple visions, Don't let anybody tell you, including yourself, that you can't have multiple visions, that you can't do more than one thing. Because guess what? You might surprise yourself. If you look at your life right now, I bet you multitasking the fool out of some things as we speak. So you already know that you can do it. Don't talk yourself out of it, but you still want to make it make sense to you. Can you run a business and still pay attention to your family, or is something going to get neglected? Can you work here in your state or where your city is and still travel around the world? Can you do that? Like, you still want to make sure that your plans make sense. I don't say just cancel out everything, but no, sort through what's coming up, what's important, set your boundaries. What do you need? This is when you start getting into the nitty gritty of the next steps. And I'm telling you, once you get started doing this, you are not going to, one, you're not going to fail because you're chasing something that's for you, period. We do so many different things that's for others, that someone else told us to do, that we're following instructions, and then you're not satisfied. You're not happy at the end of it. This is your life. God does not want you just following someone else and not being happy, not being yourself, and being able to show up as yourself and just be. That's what he wants for all of us, for you to be able to just be. You don't have to pretend. And if you're somewhere where you feel like you are pretending, then you might want to make some thoughts, get some plans together, because maybe you need a change. Maybe that season is done, because you shouldn't have to be in that situation. You should be able to be yourself no matter what that looks like. Because I'm sure it's not bad. I'm sure it's not even bad. But you want to make sure that you know what it is for you. No one else can tell you what you want to do in your life. Others can help you organize it. Others can give you ideas, but it's still your life. So you have to make sure you do the work to find out what that looks like and what do you need to make sure you get it. That part is on you. So like I said, if you want to bring your imagination and you want to stretch it, you want to go further out, you want to see more abundance and just more than what you see every day in your life right now, then you make sure, sort the details, find your resources, and make a plan. Make a plan, because you have to get started. You have to get started. And I'm sure you already feel like, I wish there was more that I could do. I wish I had more time. I wish I was just happier. Whatever you are on that spectrum of peace and happiness and feeling like you are needed and worthy, whatever that looks like, wherever you are at that point, it can be better. You can have more, and you don't have to wait for it. You don't have to wait. Now, I encourage you all to start now. What's wrong with today? There's no better day than today. Especially, life changes too quickly. There's always something going on, whether it's good, whether it's bad. You don't have time to cry. You don't have time to just celebrate sometimes. Life changes very, very quickly. So what you waiting for? Because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. So why not get started today? Start now. Start now. And you want to make sure that you accept and make this declaration over your life and the ones attached to you. From now on, I am going to start bridging this gap of what I see right now, just life right now, to what's in my mind, the things that I am imagining, the things that I am seeing. Start bridging in the gap from now to what I actually want, from what I actually deserve and what I actually need. Start bridging in that gap. Don't settle for what it is that you have now. Don't even focus on what it is that you have right now, because that's temporary. That's just today. That's it. Start thinking about, what is it that I want and what do I need to do to get there? Every day that you do that, every step is something towards that goal, and it's going to make you closer to it. So no more excuses. You make your new plan and just accept, you know what? This is my new plan, period. I'm not even going to go back to my yesterdays and my old plan. This one that I'm making right now, this is it. This one is it. I'm chasing these dreams. I'm living this life, and I'm going to take the trips that I want. I'm going to buy and do what I want. I'm going to supply for my family the way that I want. I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to be exactly who I was called to be. That's my new plan, period. Like I said, no more excuses. You start doing that, and everyone else around you need to level up too, because this is where I'm going, period. Your life is going to change because you're not going to have it any other way. I'm just saying. Now, you want to follow me for more tips like this, you can follow me on Instagram at underscore Penny Owens. I make that at underscore Penny Owens, or you can go to the United Front Network and or Facebook at Empowerment Over Sacrifice. My next workshop, this one is Cultivating Abundance. It's going to be cookout style, and we're going to have some fun with this workshop. It's my end of the summer workshop, so we know we're trying to transition with some authority, some creativity, and relaxation, but clarity, because we're trying to make sure we bring in the abundance on every level and every area of our lives. You can go to my website at www.pennyowens.com and touch buttons. Go to Empowerment Over Sacrifice. It's September 6th. Sorry, everybody, because this is a local event only, so it's just in San Antonio. But I'm just saying, if you want to travel, then that's on you too. I'll be glad to have you. You come on down, but just go there and you can look at that. Like I said, September 6th. Check it out. If there's anyone else that you know can use this information, or they're in a point of transition and they just need to figure it out, send them over. They can come on by, invite your friends. Just let them know. Don't be stingy with the resources. Share. Now, I want you to just accept that this is for me and for those I can help. And that's the point. I'm no longer going to accept the lack or the lack of anything that I need, that I want, that I should have. I'm going to not just chase my dreams, I'm bringing them into reality, and my life will change from this point further. Do the work, figure it out for yourself, because you deserve the happiness and peace that comes with just being who you are. So have fun with it. Now, I am Penny Owens, Penny Owens of Penny Owens LLC, a leadership, empowerment, and professional personal development consultancy, where we are on a mission to empower small business owners, professionals, and corporate teams to live and lead in their authentic purpose with clarity. We are here to change the culture of leadership, starting with the leaders, their teams, and the environments that they influence, and their communities. We're trying to make some big differences here, and it's going to start with you. Everything attached to you, whether it's on purpose or accident, it's going to change. But you here today, so it's going to change pretty good. We do this every Tuesday at 12 noon Central Standard Time. And the rest of the times, wherever you live, you can do the math. I trust that you can handle that. Next week, we are going to be discussing leveraging your unique strengths for greater impact. Like I said, this is about you being who you are, and nobody else has that combination. You special by yourself, one in a million. I'm just saying, you need to be able to use who you already are to get into those rooms, to influence those particular people, to make change the way that only you can do that. I'm going to show you how to do that. It's easier than you think. So I look forward to you guys joining me for that, so we can make sure that we get that combination and that leveraging on. Remember, always lead with your purpose, in your purpose. Okay? See you next week on Intentional Tuesdays. And I look forward, let me check that, because I'm going to miss nobody. Oh, right. I look forward to seeing you guys next week, and you have a good rest of your day. Have a good one. Bye.